Welcome to Colorful Anime, where we talk about anime from a colorful perspective, commentary on nerd culture. Here, before we get to that, we got a few things to talk about today. We're talking about the Spider-Man trailer, the newest trailer, which has a lot of wild, wacky theories added to it.
Right.
And I can't wait to talk about all of it. We're talking about something that we missed last week, which was Disney Day. Specifically talking about kind of the Marvel releases on Disney Day, how we feel about it, what do we think about everything that's coming up as well. And we're also, actually our first topic we're going to be talking about is AOT and GOP. I could not
thank
do
you.
it.
That was great. I like it. I like it.
And if you don't know what that means, that is a GOP member who, in more or less words, described harming someone via AOT, Attack on Titan methods, which is elaborate. I'll tell you about it. But first, before we get into it, got my folks with me. I got Chris,
hi,
Jordan,
Yo,
Malcolm,
hello,
and we here, y'all. We here.
it's
So
live.
let's get right into it. I'll read this. This is on, I don't know. This is a very random website, Kotaku.com. Usually I pick some reputable, like New York
You
Times.
said, let me just Google this shit.
Well, because it was the it looked like it had more.
Sure. I mean, but this is from like a nerd's angle because Kotaku
Yes.
is a nerd. It's like a nerd publication, so
Right.
They do like anime, video games, all kinds of stuff. So
So the headline: Congress threatening. Congress. This is after the fact. Congressman threatening violence with Attack on Titan sees actual consequences. This was written yesterday.
yeah,
9 days after Representative Paul Gozer tweeted a now deleted Attack on Titan themed video of himself and his Republican colleagues killing. I can't say that on here. I don't think. Unaliving Representative AOC, as you might know, is
laying to
Alexandria.
rest permanently.
Right. Passing away of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and President Joe Biden. The House representatives voted to censor Gozer and remove him from his 2 House committee appointments. This marks the first time that a House member has been censored in over a decade. And I'll read this other part too. On Tuesday night, Democrats on the House Rules Committee proposed removing him, who was a Republican from Arizona, from the House Committee on Oversight and Reform and the House Committee on Natural Resources, which is like, you missing from that. That's not really that big of a deal. The vote to censor happened today. House members mostly voted along party lines, with only 2 Republicans voting in favor of the censor. So what do y'all? So we heard about this happening last week, and we saw it going extra viral. So before we talk about, I guess, the serious part, what do y'all think about the actual meme attempt? Like, do you feel like it's the best way to communicate that I have strong feelings against you? Attack on Titan meme video?
Yes.
How does
Yes, because it's one of those things where the people that get it,
Yeah.
and the
right.
people that don't kind of just shrug it off. So somebody must have explained it.
Yeah, because I don't think AOC's watching Attack on Titan.
She might.
She might. She seems the type.
Oh yeah,
she might.
is. She's like our age.
She
Too.
might.
Yeah,
She might
she
have
is
been
our
the
age.
most outraged.
Right.
She knew exactly what it was.
No, see, here's the thing. Low key, she's probably like laughing about it in private because it's actually pretty funny. I'm not
Which
gonna
is
lie.
funny because that's how a lot of them are.
Yeah.
They're like all really
And
like best
she,
friends.
I mean, obviously, right. She has to be outraged publicly because that's her job. Public outrage is part of being a politician. But no, I think it's hilarious. I'm gonna correct you. I'm gonna correct you on one thing. It's actually pronounced censure for this act. Sorry, former.
No, we was just talking about words.
major.
No, we was just talking about words earlier.
Yeah,
so this is
poli-sci
context,
major.
guys. But yes.
So yeah, I honestly, when I saw it, I thought it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I'm not an advocate of committing violence on people that you don't like, but I'm 100% positive he probably didn't even know what it was. It was probably one of his interns that was like, "Hey, it'd be a really funny idea to make an anime reference."
Yeah, because he's definitely not watching anime.
The first he heard about was probably when it blew up in his face.
Right. He definitely is not watching anime.
Low key, that was probably the first he heard about it. Cause he's like a white dude in his like his 50s, so he doesn't know what anime is.
Yeah.
And he's a
unless he used to watch Speed Racer.
Yeah, right.
Or a
he's
JoJo's.
a GOP congressman. He don't know what anime is.
Right.
He probably thinks Pokemon is evil.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all knew somebody growing up that thought Pokemon was evil. All right.
Yes.
Especially all of us that grew up in Christian settings. For the most part.
Those are dangerous.
Who was it?
The devil.
My buddy, and I'll let you talk. But my buddy John got a story about how somebody here has like a card throwing away story. Was that here?
That was me. Yeah.
Okay, so he had a similar story.
Yeah.
So he used to collect Pokemon cards. Like we all did.
Mine was Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what the cards we had to get rid of.
And he so his grandma would take him to church. And one time, this pastor was going off. You know, like certain pastors be feeling it, so like they be going off. Like it's almost, it's almost like
they get in the zone, and this is
I realized like in battle raps they have like schemes and like setups, and that's what this pastor was doing with like, the devils in the world, and the devils look they playing with the monsters. They calling it Pokemon.
Pokemon, plural. I said, son, what is that one morning? He said, that's Pokemon. Son, I found out that Pokemon means pocket monster. But why should they carry these monsters in their pocket? Pokemon world is a world a bit demonic. They say it's just a game, but they can't get saved. Our kids are going out on the streets and gangs. I assure you that creature wants to ruin your brain. Say it's just a game, but they can't get saved. They can't go to heaven when they play Pokemon today. Pokemon power, Pokemon witchcraft, Pokemon power, fantasy roleplay, Pokemon power. Pokemon wants to ruin their life today. Pokemon power, Pokemon demons, Pokemon power. They glow in the pulp, Pokemon power. Children like they stabbed, but they glowing away today. Pokemon power, Pokemon power. Pokemon power. Children become the number one Pokemon master.
And so after that service, so they went home, and she made him throw away all his Pokemon cards.
No.
Now, mind you, it's just not a good. It was like those are probably still worth some money at some point. Like even now, like any basic pack back then would have been worth something. So I just thought that was funny that a GOP member would be like, not knowing maybe what it is.
Yeah,
but anyways, tangent.
Yeah, but no, I think it was ill-advised.
Yeah.
To put your political opponents as the Titans, and yourself as one of the scouts.
Yeah, because I think if they were just Titans, if there was no active,
if it wasn't like faces, if you were like saying it was like the Democratic Party or like a policy or something,
like
were they cutting them down in the meme?
So the video is only like maybe 20 seconds or less.
Yeah.
But like he cuts the neck of the Titan that AOC's face is
on.
If
it was
if it would have been like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, where they're just like
where like it's Biden like busting through the wall.
Yeah,
and like the armored Titan is Kamala Harris or something like that.
I think it's more for the violence than the actual like.
Yeah, it's for the violence. It's the act of him as the scout cutting the back of Titan AOC's neck.
Yeah.
And then going towards cutting giant Titan Joe Biden. So ill-advised, but still funny.
Yeah, without
Joe Biden does kind of look like the colossal Titan.
I'm crying.
Chris, what do you think?
I think the whole thing is ironic, especially given how the politics in Attack on Titan actually were.
I thought the same thing.
American politicians, even poised on the sides that they were, was one of those things like, who make this watch the show?
Yeah,
like,
I thought the same thing.
Did you watch it at all? I don't understand. You had so many things to pick from, and you picked this, and why? Why? ¿Por qué? Like, I just was kind of like, why does this exist?
Yeah.
Why is this a thing? That's just
I
my
was gonna
one.
say something, but it's
Say
I can't say it. I can't. We would
Tell
have to
me
edit
later.
it out. I will tell you later. But it was hilarious. I might not remember though, because I'm old.
No, same.
Yeah, but very funny.
There's, well, I guess my follow-up question is how you feel about the censure, the removing of him. So I'll say this. This guy had no time, or all the time in the world. If you think about how you need to like levy political attacks and for the reasons, if you notice, people only do it around political seasons. They do it because they're trying to get votes. They do it because they're trying to.
Yeah.
And typically
It's to
people
get
are
attention.
like, and people let anything fly. They didn't call Obama all sorts of stuff when it was
Oh, for real.
when it was time for the
They still don't think this nigga was born in the United States.
facts.
The whole ass president.
Right,
Two,
I'm like
two
this,
terms.
the dog had it. But so like I think what I think is interesting is like because there's another Republican who was saying wild theories, and they did the same thing to her.
There's a lot of them.
Wild theories, but like she was like spewing like.
Oh, you talking about Marjorie Green?
Yeah, Marjorie Green. I was
She's
trying to
wild.
look
She's
her
crazy.
up. She, but like
She's
stuff.
crazy.
I'm like this isn't even remotely.
No, she's
factual.
crazy.
And so like I see that like in that case, all right, you probably need to chill out. We need to remove
Well,
you from some
she's
stuff.
also been like dropped from all the committees that
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
was on.
because
too.
she
Yeah,
just
exactly.
And she be
batshit
out here
crazy.
with wild stuff. I'm like, bruh.
Even her colleagues is like, dude, what
Yeah, they're like, you need to chill out.
Like, bro,
That's the thing. That's the thing
loud,
nowadays.
too, like-
with the modern GOP party, if your own party is telling you you're going too far, with the GOP, with the Democrats, it's different.
Yeah.
With the GOP, if your party is telling you, hey, dial it back, you are way outside of where they're comfortable with you being.
Yeah.
Like, you can say all kinds of semi-racist, borderline intolerant, ignorant stuff, and they'll be fine with it. Soon as you start saying some crazy stuff, like they're gonna be like, they're gonna wash their hands of you.
Yeah,
It's
and,
crazy.
and some of that stuff is like, we can't campaign on conspiracy theories, bro. So like, why are you talking about all of this stuff?
Right.
Like, yeah, but I guess like, how do you feel about the censure part? I think just the removing, because like it's a harmless act.
No,
Is it?
because I mean, like you gonna say you gonna chop her head off? Like,
Right.
That's,
I mean,
Yeah.
but they know they don't chop
'cause,
heads
like,
off.
I mean, but like if you put a picture of him like holding a gun to her head or something, it would be
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
type of thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
they don't. I mean, I'm sure they don't think he'll actually do violence against her, but just to imply it is kind of ill for your position. Even though they do hella ill stuff for the
Right.
positions that they're in.
Do you-
Right.
Still, you gotta draw the line somewhere, I guess.
Right.
Last question I asked for our transition. Do you think it would be different had the insurrection happened, had it not happened? Do you think that the reaction to this would have been the same?
Good question.
Maybe
think it-
slightly.
I think it'd have been the same.
I think they would have done the same thing though. I'm not a fan. I hate the trend of politicians being celebrity in any fashion.
Yeah.
Every time I see a presidential candidate or anything on a late night show on SNL, that shit, I hate that shit so fucking much. And so like this idea of like them being trendy and they go viral on Twitter and all that kind of shit, I'm just like, do you? No.
You have a whole job, bro.
No. No.
Yeah.
So I'm always kind of like, yeah, he probably did deserve to be censured, but he probably shouldn't have even like been in the position to tap into that type of bullshit anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, I don't want to hear about any like thing personal. I don't even want to know you have a sense of humor. I don't fucking care. I don't care. That's not a part of your job. It's not to
It
be
is a
likable
part of
to
their
you.
job.
It is.
Because,
Well, it's become a part of their job.
no,
but
because
it's
when's
like,
the
ugh.
last time that somebody's been elected purely on their policies?
Never. Well, maybe
Well, no,
not
I mean,
never. I shouldn't
if-
say that. But like, no, people don't vote based off of. They vote based off of how much they personally like whoever it is they're voting for.
Yeah.
And that's so asinine to me. But I get it. But it's also one of those things where it's like, your bestie is not gonna make a good like. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like you know
People
your
that be
best
writing
friends.
themselves in on ballots.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
want someone who thinks and acts and behaves just like I do to be the person
Yeah.
that's writing policy. because
I do.
would not, you know what I mean? Because I'm not equipped to write good policy for everybody in the country. So
Yeah.
I don't want someone
Realistically,
just
nobody
like me
is.
to
Yeah,
be
I'm
in
about to say,
that
who is?
position.
Nobody
Who
is.
is if
That's
you-
why
Right.
there's that big ass
I mean,
group
if
of
you-
people
If
that
you
do
think
it.
about, I mean, to some of what you were saying, I think about like, I remember watching a documentary on Ronald Reagan and him running
Ugh,
and then running again, but like how he ran. He ran because of his personality got him into the office.
Yeah.
That was that
Because-
whole like, oh, he's the type of guy I could drink a beer with.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
there
the
we go.
fuck?
Right.
Why would
is
you
that
want to
a
drink a beer with him? Why would you
Yeah.
even want
Yeah.
him to drink a beer?
Like, I'm not getting lit with the president, bro.
Summertime.
Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
want him,
saying,
I want
bro.
him to only drink artesian water and have a personal chef.
Nah, you drinking distilled water, bro. Like, I want you bad regular.
He's got an
Mad
import
regular.
line to a spring in Fiji that he has
Right.
somebody on a private plane bringing that back.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I hate that shit though. That's fine.
Yeah.
I get it, but I still hate it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Word.
Yeah.